like the great works of the Library of Alexandria, which will never be replaced. Our world will never be what it once could have been due to the loss of all that knowledge. Thanks, guys. You really needed to burn up those libraries. Which is something that seems to be on the agenda of most modern politicians as well. At least in the North Americas. Get rid of as many libraries as possible through lack of funding. And you know, I'm not sure if people who rely on social services such as socialized medicine, which is universal healthcare, or free education, or, you know, law enforcement, or any of those things, understand that the reason those things exist is because in Canada we pay taxes. Our taxation rate is a little bit higher than in the United States, and that's why we can afford these wonderful programs that allow people a modicum of, you know, health and education, despite, you know, even if they don't have any money for anything else. And, you know, now they're going to lower taxes again. And people are going to vote for that, because people don't like paying taxes. Presumably those people will like paying for everything else instead? I don't know. But, you know, I'm the kind of guy who tends to support a degree of socialism in government, at least where it pertains to necessary services such as health and education. And, you know, if nobody is funding health and education, then it becomes privatized. And privatized education means that you can have more money, sure, but it also means you have to pay for it. Rather, the schools have more money, but the schools have more money because they're being sort of supported by rich parents. And booster groups and churches and stuff like that, which means that special interest groups also get greater unfettered access to your children. For example, even in many public schools now, seeing as the government is not giving them money, preferring instead to give that money to, say, oil companies and banks who have proven incapable of running their financial affairs. Where was I? Oh yeah, so the public schools need to allow corporate sponsors into the schools to pay for things that are necessary to modern education, such as, for example, computer labs, so that students who don't have computers at home can learn how they're used and have a chance at a future outside of McDonald's. But, you know, that means that they also get the right to place advertisements in front of your children all day. In some places, they, for example, will give a classroom or an entire school flat-screen televisions for their rooms, which is amazing, or projectors, which are awesome. Incredibly useful tools for providing a relevant modern education to your students. Except that they need to watch a commercial for that corporation's products every day in class. And that commercial at the beginning of school, beginning of class, sometimes both. And those commercials can run up to 5 minutes, sometimes more, depending on what the company providing the computers demands. So, you know, commercialized education. Maybe that's a good thing for the future. I personally don't think it is, because it means that teachers and schools are not free to teach things like the truth, and are instead constrained to teaching things like whatever a certain large corporation wants them to believe. So, you know, if you enjoy having a sham of education, by all means, object to taxes. And that's all I have to say about that. Speaking of hell... Alright, seriously, that's the last thing I have to say about corporate education. Goodness me. We've gone on a long, crazy journey together, guys, and I think once I'm done with the Hellstone adventure in this game... Have I seriously mined 250? Excellent. Now we can keep mining for it. Excuse me, someone is talking to me on the internet phone. Alright, so we've actually got imps now. Hopefully they will come down here and fight fair, but I'm not counting on it. I'm not sure where they went. They were shooting fireballs at me seconds ago, before I started recording. So, you know, feel free to come on down here, guys. We've got all kinds of fun weapons to try out on you and hit you with and just to use to make your lives miserable. How did you get down here? What an impressive little... Ah! Oh, geez, and they turn into lava. Ugh. Ugh. Oh, a demon's gotten down here, too. Impressive. Come on, come here. What the heck? How are they getting down here? How are all these monsters getting down here? What the heck? Well, that's crazy. That is super duper crazy. Let's pop this up here for a sec. Uh-oh. Okay. Come here. Why is that not... You know what? We're gonna do this sword style. That is way more effective than it needs to be. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Oh, I'm gonna die. Come here. Come here and die. Thank you. Now, as I was saying, let's just make sure that that's not going to happen again, because that was painful. Goodness me. Goodness me. So you tuned in at the right time. Okay. Now let's grab this back out. Our ash blocks. That's what we need. Now ash blocks, can we just drop you down? Good. There we go. Hooray! Now, I'm going to keep mining Hellstone, because that's super interesting to watch, right? And rather than... look, this guy's trying to get down. But you're not gonna... Fishbowl outsmarted you. Anyway. I'm going to keep mining Hellstone, but you don't need to watch that. I need a whole bunch more if I'm going to get all the stuff I want to get before I start a new map, which is what I plan to do once I'm done with all of the Hellstone tier items. And yes, I'm going to start a new map using this character, because I feel like it. But if that gets boring, I'll start a new character too. Maybe. We'll see. So, anyway, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to be mining this Hellstone for the foreseeable future until we are all full on it. And it's going to be super duper exciting, so I am going to turn off the recording until I have gotten all the Hellstone I ever will need. It shouldn't take too terribly long. So, see you on the flip side.